AITA for telling my SIL that no one in our family is named Stephanie. My brother and his wife are expecting their first girl after 2 boys. I love Ricky and Jace, and so does my SIL, but she has always wanted a girl and is very excited to be having one. She also wants to name the girl Chloe, as she loves that name. My brother hates the name Chloe and really wants to name their daughter Stephanie. They have been arguing about it for a few weeks, since finding out the gender. I got to my parents' house late last night. And my SIL was the only person still awake. We talked for a little bit, and she asked me the weirdest question. She asked me if I knew any stories about Great Aunt Stephanie. I was so confused. I literally said, who? SIL clarified that she was talking about our grandmother's older sister, that died when Grandma was a little girl. Our grandma had 2 sisters, but their names were Judy and Lynn. There's no one in our family named Stephanie, as far as I know. I told as much to my SIL. She changed the subject after that. And we soon went to bed. This morning my brother and his wife were both sulking during breakfast. Even the kids could tell. Ricky kept saying stop being grumpy on Christmas. So it wasn't just my imagination. I got my brother alone and confronted him. He snapped at me for meddling and told me to stay out of his marriage. My brother is pissed at me, and my SIL won't even talk to me. I'm afraid to say anything to my parents and drag them into this, especially since I still don't know what this is. Either my grandmother had a secret sister that I don't know about, but my brother does for some reason, or my brother lied to his wife to convince her to name their baby Stephanie. Both options seem equally weird to me. Maybe there's a third possibility I'm not seeing. Update: most awkward Christmas Eve dinner ever. Gotta keep this short, lots going on. Everyone now knows what my brother was doing with the kids' names. They are pissed. Weirdly, my mom is the most pissed. A Christmas truce is in place for the kids, so no fighting on the holiday. However, the baby is definitely going to be named Chloe. My brother very quickly backed down when my mom said some few choice words to him. The topic is completely banned for the rest of festivities, so for now at least, they've tied a bow on the situation. Christmas morning update: aside from some glaring over a couple of the boys' stocking stuffers, Robin Funko Pops. Everything went well with the gift opening, as well as being woken up at 5:30 a.m. by being jumped on by one's nephew's can. I think my brother realizes he crossed a line and has been very attentive to his wife. He mentioned getting Chloe's name embroidered on some stuff when they get home. He even told Mom he would do the Christmas breakfast, so she could have a break, and he gave me an "I'm sorry" grin when I opened his gift. I think everything is going to be fine. The comment that puts it together. Your brother is a comics fan, right? Is he by any chance a big Batman fan? Because I'm seeing a kind of pattern with these names. OP. Yeah, big time. How did you know? Let's just say if this baby had been a boy, he would have suggested Tim. OP. That was the name he wanted if they were having a boy. How did you know that? These are all the names of former Robins. As in Batman and Richard Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, Stephanie Brown, and Damian Wayne. OP. I am going to confirm this on Wikipedia. But if you're right, and I can't imagine why you would make that up, my brother is about to be in so much trouble. Update: my brother tricked his wife into naming their kids after Robins. I told Mikey and his wife that I posted on Reddit. Mikey was confused that I figured out what he was doing, because he knows I have no interest in comics. So I sent both of them the post. Mikey was really embarrassed when he read what many of you said. Mikey is playful and loves his kids more than anything. Our family has always been one to tolerate small short-term white lies for the sake of harmless pranks. However, Mikey's lie wasn't small, short-term, or harmless. He hurt his wife's feelings deeply. Mikey says, and SIL confirmed, that he was never insistent about naming my oldest nephew Richard. There were other names he suggested, but she liked Richard, so they picked it. Mikey spends a lot of time with Ricky. He often takes him to job sites and lets Ricky pretend to be his assistant. He has this playful thing with Ricky, that he's Mikey's sidekick and they're a team. It's sweet, here in death the sweetness. When my SIL was pregnant again, Mikey wanted to replicate the Robin thing. He wanted to name this son after the next Robin, Jason. My SIL wasn't as big a fan of that name, but she also didn't have a name she loved. Mikey was very persistent about the name, so she decided it was fine. He never told her why he wanted that name, just said he really liked it. My SIL said to him. And to me as well, she doesn't have a problem with the fact that he got the name from a comic book. She gets what the meaning is to him, even though she doesn't like comics, and she does think it's cute. Her issue is that he lied by omission. Even though she wouldn't have cared about the name, he lied just in case she might have, and if it had been something she wouldn't have approved of, she would want to have been able to say no. However, even this she would have not been too mad about. The lie of omission became an active lie when he made up a family member to convince her of the name of the next Robin, Stephanie, when there was a girl name she loved, Chloe. That's not a small lie for a cute prank, even though Mikey was defensive initially. After they had a private conversation this morning, he realized how wrong he was and apologized. My SIL said he was very sincere. And Mikey has never been good at faking sincerity. He feels very bad for taking advantage of her trust. He feels even worse that it involved their children. This whole thing has soured my SIL on the name Chloe. Now it only reminds her of the fight and hurt. She wants to come up with a completely new name, maybe one related to her hobby, like Mallory or Rita. She's going to take some time to not think about it. Their marriage isn't in danger, but a wound is there. Now that Mikey has admitted fault, it can heal, and it will with time. If you learn anything from Mikey, learn that everyone makes mistakes. If someone truly loves you, they can usually forgive you. However, to earn that forgiveness you have to admit to what you did, not double down and try to trick your way out of it.